Lynn Spears has claimed she received death threats from fans of her sister Britney after revealing she was writing a memoir called Things I Should Have Said. The former Zoe 101 actress, 30, tried to set the record straight after the Lucky hitmaker accused her of selling a book at her expense, after Lynn promoted the memoir in a recent interview. In response to Britney's allegations, Lynn expressed that the book wouldn't be about her sibling and she couldn't help that some experiences mentioned will automatically include her because they grew up together. In a lengthy Instagram statement on Thursday evening, Lynn declared, "I can't help that I was born as Spears too," as she hit back at claims she is using her sister to profit from a new book deal. The post began, "Last thing I want to be doing is this, but here we are." It's hard to see these posts, as I know the world also feels. I just wish her well. Brit, I am always here, you know, behind the scenes I have always been here. It's become exhausting when conversations and texts we have in private don't match what you post on social media. I know you're going through a lot and I never want to diminish that, but I also can't diminish myself. Quite frankly, the things being said are absolutely not the truth, and I have to clarify that, because now it's getting harder for me to rationalize to my oldest daughter why our family continues to get death threats, as a result of their aunt's vague and accusatory posts, especially when we know she could tell the truth, and put an end to all of it in 1 second if she wanted to. She insisted her book is not about Britney, while noting she can't help that some of the experiences in her memoir involve her sibling. She continued, "Sadly, after a lifetime of staying silent, I have come to realize this isn't going to be a reality, and I may have to set the record straight myself in order to protect mine and my family's well-being. That being said, I hate to burst my sister's bubble, but my book is not about her. I can't help that I was born as Spears too, and that some of my experiences involve my sister. I've worked hard since before I was even a teenager, and I've built my career in spite of just being someone's little sister." Jamie said she doesn't want drama, but she wants to close this chapter and move forward. She said, "There are no sides, and I don't want drama, but I'm speaking my truth to heal my traumas, so I can close this chapter and move forward, and I wish my sister could do the same. No matter what comes, I will always love my big sister, and be here for her. It's time to put an end to the unhealthy chaos that has controlled my life for so long." Following Lynn's Good Morning America interview, Britney Spears revealed she felt so ill she might die while watching her sister promoting her explosive memoir on Wednesday, as she slammed her sibling in a lengthy Twitter rant. Taking to the microblogging site, the superstar penned a lengthy prose explaining that she was sick with a 104-degree fever while begging her security to get her medication, before explaining her illness was the only reason she could surrender to not caring about Lynn's claims about her crazy behavior. Britney specifically refuted Lynn's allegation that her behavior had been erratic, paranoid and spiraling over the years, which Britney labeled as an attempt to sell a book at my expense, as their family rift rages on in the wake of Britney's successful attempt to have her father removed as her conservator. On Wednesday, Lynn sent shockwaves when she sat down with Good Morning America's Juju Chen to discuss her tell-all book, which Britney blasted in her post while also documenting her own illness. In the Twitter post, the raging toxic singer wrote, "My sister said was that my behavior was out of control. She was never around me much 15 years ago at that time. So why are they even talking about that unless she wants to sell a book at my expense? Really? She spoke about her illness, revealing that she watched the interview with a 104-degree fever low and it was actually kind of nice having a fever so high cause I had to surrender to not caring. She said, I just couldn't give a FK but my head hurt so bad. Of course I'm a drama queen if I get sick so I think I am dying. I'm not even joking, my body had chill bumps everywhere, like I was freezing yet my body was extremely hot and I couldn't move. It was pretty intense. I'm fine today, just sore and the fever has made my head extremely sensitive. I also couldn't even touch my own body, my skin was too sensitive. In the GMA chat, Juju asked Jamie Lynn to explain the drama around her tribute to Britney at the 2017 Radio Disney Music Awards where she performed a medley of the singer's biggest hits. Jamie Lynn had told Juju that she's since spoken to Britney, who'd said back in July that she didn't like her younger sister showing up to an award show and performing my songs, and that she believes Britney is no longer personally upset with me over the performance. Britney appeared to quash any notion of an alleged reconciliation by giving a lengthy explanation as to why the tribute performance angered her so much, even going as far as to suggest that Jamie Lynn has had her successes handed to her over the years. She wrote, I know it may sound like a silly thing to most people but I wrote a lot of my songs and my sister was the baby. Jamie Lynn never had to work for anything. Everything was always given to her. If you were me, you might understand asking for 13 years for remixes to go into a small venue show and on tours. 13 years after they assigned me as the mother of all. Heart of gold, Britney sitting there seeing a 15-minute performance of everything I have ever wanted. But see, I always was the bigger person. She went on to blast her entire family, including Mother Lynn and her father/former conservatorship Jamie, who all got to do it and play me as she sat there and took it, writing, but see now it's a joke, the last thing I would ever do is ask for what was just given to her. So yes, they did ruin my dreams. Britney said she had once asked my sister why she did that when she knew I was waiting to change my show and her words were well, it wasn't my idea, hope your book does well, Jamie Lynn. I won't be doing Instagram for a while. The media, this business has always been extremely hateful to me. I've given enough. More than enough. I was never given back ever what I want, they say in the Bible, ask and you shall receive. Not in my life. Earlier in her post, Britney had said that the security guard at her Thousand Oaks home had refused to leave the premises to fetch her some leave to alleviate her 104-degree fever. She notably stated that it was the sarcasm in the guard's voice that upset her most. And she would later compare the dismissiveness displayed by her security guard to that of the treatment she'd received from her family over the course of her 13-year conservatorship, which was terminated in November. She wrote, so I got really sick last night, 104-degree fever maybe higher, not sure because I stopped checking. I'm never sick so if I do get sick I'm a drama queen. Sorry, no. I can't leave the premises, I have to stay on property, she recalled of her security guard's response. Britney went on, so I said of course, unless there's an emergency and I have a 104-degree fever. I told him the other security leaves sometimes in emergencies. It wasn't what he said to me, it was the sarcasm in his voice when he told me he couldn't go get it for me. It was then that Britney looked at my phone and became aware of Jamie Lynn's bombshell interview to promote her book. She concluded the post by updating her fans on her current condition. "Well, my fever is 101 degrees now and I feel like my head is 2 basketballs because it's sore from the fever last night and I honestly don't feel like crying anymore because crying makes it worse actually. It's like I'm on the edge of reason. I want to sleep yet my mind keeps wandering, then it doesn't care game. I close my eyes for 20 minutes and then that's on repeat." Despite her raging fever and sore throat, Britney declared that "the last thing I will ever ask to see in my life is a doctor. I mean, would you if you were me? Just saying. PSSS lesson learned from all this: don't trust people or anyone, make your cats and dogs your family and take care of your own damn self." Minutes later, Britney returned to Twitter to report that her fiancé Sam Asghari, 27, had gone out and purchased her some pain medicine for her fever. Following her post, Jamie Lynn said she's received death threats as she responded to Britney. The former Zoe 101 actress hit out at her older sibling after she accused her of trying to sell a book at her expense. In a lengthy statement posted on Instagram, she wrote, "Last thing I want to be doing is this, but here we are." It's hard to see these posts, as I know the world also feels. I just wish her well. Brit, I am always here, you know, behind the scenes I have always been here. It's become exhausting when conversations and texts we have in private don't match what you post on social media. I know you're going through a lot and I never want to diminish that, but I also can't diminish myself. Quite frankly, the things being said are absolutely not the truth, and I have to clarify that, because now it's getting harder for me to rationalize to my oldest daughter why our family continues to get death threats, as a result of their aunt's vague and accusatory posts, especially when we know she could tell the truth, and put an end to all of it in 1 second if she wanted to.